Hey guys, it is your senpai here. We're going to be testing the Harbinger in War Commander today. Now, for those of you who don't play War Commander, you're like, well, what is this game? It's an RTS game, but we'll get into that later on down the road. We'll be testing the Harbinger. What is the Harbinger, you say? It's like a high altitude, so only anti-air can target it unless it's Matt or the Artemis. I mean, not the Artemis, the Ares, my bad. But I don't have Matt. But first we're going to test it up against, I think, if the Spec Ops will work. The Artemis, Hotel, Spec Ops, Nick, and Pegasus, but we're going to do them one at a time and see which one takes it down faster, and this is stuff that I have all the time on my base. We're not going to add in Scrammer because we want to give it somewhat of a fair chance, but like, if we take it down easy enough without the Scrammer, I guess we're good. So, it does have 600 range. I'm going to set this boy on defend position. Where's the thing? Set rally point over here so the stuff spawns right here. I think we're going to test Pegasus first. Let's see if it actually... It might be invisible for a second or two because it won't load in. Due to HTML5 problems, yeah, the Pegasus is already going after it. I think it's like it's right here. There we go. The Artemis didn't spawn in at all. Oh well. Oh yeah, this thing is just gonna shred it by the looks of it. Yeah, it's just gonna absolutely shred it. Now we won't be moving Nick when we are gonna be fighting the Harbinger. The tech I do have on him. Let's take Pegasus off and just get hit. But okay, so the tech that I have on Nick, if it'll load. Hello, Nick. So defense is OS training, 50 plus range, and then we got his missiles and his armor. My Nick is level 1, so it won't be going against the full power of a level 5 Nick. So we'll target the Harbinger here. Oh yeah, we're already shredding it. Doesn't even get to damage my Nick. So yeah. That being said, let's go test it on some bases. So I know it has a minimum range. That is for sure. Let me see. We're going to do a player base first, and we're going to do a PvE base. Want something that might provide a challenge. Mine is level 3, so it does have a little bit more damage to it, a little bit more health. We do have a boost going right now. This base is a dead base. Actually, you know what? Just to make sure I don't get into any trouble, we're just gonna go over here. Oh well. This guy's closer. Floaters. It can't hit floaters, by the way. So let's not do that, because we'll only be using the Harbinger. No floaters? Okay, well, that'll do. No anti-air, so I guess he'll just have to do. So if we deploy in the Harbinger, you can see it's got a minimum range, pretty much similar to, I think, the Envoy. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Well, it is the same. So basically, the Harbinger, in a nutshell, is a giant Envoy. Splash radius isn't too bad. I know for sure if we get, like, up here, it won't hit this at all. Like, the splash, it won't hit it because of the walls. See? So, like, your best option is to actually target what you want to hit. Which is kind of a downside. I think due to that, they're going to need either to give it tech to reduce the amount of damage it takes, or what is it? Give it tech that gives it more range, or increases the splash radius. Maybe movement speed. I don't know. Or maybe like tech that reduces the charge time of its weapon, because it does take a little while to actually kill something with it. You see how those units didn't die? It's because of the walls. So these things absorb splash. So anything that absorbs splash damage, it won't go through. Like, anything that's behind that will be fine. So, like, reinforced platforms will definitely do very well against this thing, which I have equipped on my base, and I'm pretty sure I did some testing with it when we first got the unit, and it has a hard time taking out all my flaks, which is, and I wouldn't have anything on base either, so it was a little concerning. But after seeing like how it should be used, I think it has some potential. Like, I know I'm gonna get rid of these envoys. This thing's gonna do a lot better than an envoy. Maybe. I know I'm gonna keep Martin around. That's about it, I'd say. I do have all elite parts, so the moment we get the elite version, we're gonna test that out. Let's see how much better it did. But yeah, the splash radius is pretty decent. I would say this is not meant to be, you know, a rush into the base type of unit. I'd say this would be more for precision strikes, more tactical strikes, than actually, you know, sending in like a couple aces, or, you know, sending in Shepherd and all that, just to kind of punch a hole in the base. Alright, so that's basically a Harbinger for you. Now I'm gonna show you how I might use it. So let's first get the thing repaired. Alright, so I do need intel, because I gotta do some more raids. You have to pay some time to load. So like this would be the perfect type of base to go up against with a Harbinger, for there is, by the looks of it, nothing that really absorbs any splash damage. So we're going to turn this boy off really. Now we don't want to get too close to that flak, so I think we're going to strike from right here. That might hit it. So it only did half damage. So yes, this thing does need a damage buff, I would say. Oh, we're already in the range of this plasma. I mean, it won't do anything to us, because, well, it's just a little plasma. As you can see, we got rid of the flak. So this would be more ideal for, like, an enemy that doesn't have too many walls built up around their stuff. We got into the range of that a little bit. This is no big deal. Normally, if this was an enemy's base, probably would have, like, Nick or something over here. I know, maybe Pegasus somewhere in this area. You can just ignore these guys. I'm only doing one intel base with this, and then I'm going to take it to a little bit of a more challenging base. We're going to increase the difficulty as it goes on until we no longer get like free repair. Even with the damage buff, its damage is still quite low. Which might be a problem. I'd definitely say this would be more for PvE, not PvP. Kind of like the Destroyer. The Destroyer was like a little underestimated, I'd say. Like, underrated, proper term. Give me that intel. There we go, free repair. Start. I did not mean to click on logistics. So we're gonna try on one of the Thor bases I would do. See if we can actually do anything to it. There is a fair bit of anti-air in this base, I would say. We're only gonna try and open up an opening for aces to push in. And I'll let the base load, of course. It's been a lot slower than when HTML5 came out. Alright, Harbinger, show us what you can do. There is anti-air in this bunker, so I think we're gonna go and target from the sides. I like the design though. I'm not too impressed with the elite design. I mean, it does look a little better, but I can't wait to see the Omega. We already got this guy targeting us over here. See how much damage it does to him. And kills him. Got the Hunter missile targeting us now. Yeah, you see, it won't do anything. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna carry on through the kill that. We'll find out. Alright, so we're gonna have to directly target the Hunter missile. We don't have an option. It's the only way this thing's killing it. And we're not gonna get out of this. Oh, we are. We are. we're gonna live through it. So we're gonna try to do a little bit more with this. We're actually gonna run it into the ground. Try and take out this drone silo. Well, the drone silos. There we go. And it's dead. So yeah, now we're not going to let any good thorium go to waste, of course. We're going to send in the aces. Let them just do the dirty work, like do the cleanup. But yeah, the Harbinger, it definitely could use some sort of damage reduction tech. Maybe range increase tech. We're not talking about like a measly 100 range increase. Maybe from the start, but I'd say it needs a much longer range in order to get its job done. Yeah, so the Harbinger's dead, and I don't have anything to repair it. Yeah, final thoughts. It's more of a strategic unit. I wouldn't use it on its own in PvP for sure. It's not gonna go well. Also, it does move quite fast for, you know, out of all the high altitude uniques we've had, other than the Phantom, like the legendary Phantom. It moves slower than that, but we're not counting that. That's PvP only. But yeah, it's definitely gonna need a tech boost. It's gonna need some serious tech. Like we're talking about range increase, damage reduction, and maybe faster charge time. I think the speed is fine. The splash radius is perfectly fine. We'll see how it does with damage later on when we get it to elite, and then I'm gonna try and get it to Omega. Because like it is fairly weak. But yeah, so that's the Harbinger test for you. Let me guys know what you guys think of the unit down in the comment section below. What buffs do you think it should get? What tech do you think it should get? But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe.